you have to make sure you're eating enough first and aligning that with your training. So those are the first two steps. Number 3 is having a nutrition strategy. So a lot of us just want to go, all right, this week I'm on top of it this week. All right, next week I'm not. All right, I got an event coming up, or, oh, I should really think about this. I should do, follow the same macros week after week after week. And the issue is there's no strategy with that. So you really want to have a period where you've initially slowly and strategically increase your intake. And this doesn't mean you're going to get fluffy and gain a bunch of weight, right? Because when you do it in a slow and steady, strategic, custom way to you, your body appreciates the food and actually uses it in a very optimal way. And a lot of my ladies see that, okay, my body's getting the nutrients it needs now consistently. I can let go of some of this storage I've been hanging on to because I know she's going to consistently give me what I need. So I see a lot of that, but also it gives you the opportunity, again, to have enough fuel to build that muscle in to make sure everything else is working optimally, like your metabolism. And that's why my hair grows so fast, because I get enough of the building blocks. Your skin complexion, your energy levels throughout the day, your mood, your PMS symptoms, it impacts so much more. So those are like the side benefits of health, like creating your shape in a healthy way. So for your nutrition strategy, you first want to build up your intake and really build your shape, build your muscle, prime your metabolism, get all those other benefits, and then you're in a much better position to do a calorie cut and a calorie deficit. But all of this needs to be mapped out over time. That's why the Create Your Shape program is 4 months, so we can strategically place those over time so you know exactly what to focus on each month and know exactly what your body's, like how your body's going to respond and the key metrics to look at during that month. And so it's a way to piece it all together and really have the path mapped out instead of going all out for 1 week and then being like, wait, should I be eating more? Should I be eating less? What should I be doing in the gym? Is this the right thing? And kind of feeling all over the place. So those are the 3 steps to creating your shape. Every lady who's working out needs to be implementing these, because if not, you're missing out on a huge opportunity to not only get the most out of what you're already doing without any extra work, but to capitalize on now, because this is how you create compounding results. So when I first did my bikini show, I really learned and understood this process, which then I applied to my lifestyle too. And that the ladies that I work with aren't necessarily doing a bikini show, but they're like, okay, I want to develop my shape and take it to the next level, but I also have a lifestyle. So that's really what I specialized in. You can do this already and not have to do more work and just get more of what you're already doing and then create compounding results. So when I did my first bikini show, I really understood this, applied it to the lifestyle too, and then I've just been repeating it again and again, and that's why I've been able to continue to build my shape months after months, years after year, and continue to get in better shape. So this is what we're doing in the Create Your Shape program, and every lady who's working out definitely needs this information. You can apply at the link in my bio on Instagram, and you can also, there's opportunity to, when you apply, to schedule a consult call with me so we can talk one-on-one and get into any details or any questions that you have there too. But I'm also opening it up right now for Q&A for any questions that you have. So let's dive into it. Someone asked, what is recovery period for every weight training done? So I think you're asking how much rest should you have between each training sessions. So I don't suggest, let's say you have a shoulder day, and going back to the shoulder example, and you really you force adaptation on your shoulder through time under tension with a weight, right? And then you don't want to keep doing it day after day after day. Same thing, you don't want to keep doing abs day after day after day. You want to give your muscle the time to back off, get fed, rest, and recover. Because actually, when you're sleeping, when you're resting, that's when you're recovering. And so you want to make sure, 1, you're getting enough sleep, but 2, you're giving your body rest days so you're not constantly just breaking the muscle down and not giving it a chance to repair and build back more. So I would definitely say at least 1 day in between your training, ideally 2. For example, my program is intentionally set up where I hit upper body twice per week, and that gives me 2 days, sometimes 3 in between where I'm hitting that specific muscle group. Good question. One that I typically get is how much time does it take to implement something like this in terms of like the week-to-week commitment in terms of the program. So the program, we have a weekly call. It's about 45 minutes long. There is so much value in these calls. It's going to completely rewire your brain for the nutrition tools that you need and how to apply that to your training, how to apply that to your day-to-day. So that is the one, 45 minutes per week. And then you're going to have a weekly check-in that you'll fill out on a Google form. That'll take about 5 minutes. And then you'll have a weekly topic. Again, that'll take about 5 minutes. And the idea is that you implement that topic into the week. We discuss it on our call, and then we build off of that week after week. So we're looking about an hour as far as extra time per week. Of course, at first, there's a learning curve as we get into, kind of adjusting your routine and learning your macros and things like that. But I teach you all of that. But as I mentioned in the beginning, I'm very big on being efficient and very big on being, everything needs to be intentional to be the most effective. So yes, there might be a learning curve at first, but everything you do throughout your week is going to get more efficient. The food, you're eating anyways, right? And so we're going to create a system that makes this so you don't have to think about it, right? And you let go of that brain, that mental strain. So that way it's just something you naturally do that's always serving you. So all of that, like how you get your food, any prepping along with it, the week-to-week routine, all of that's going to be way more efficient by the end of this program. So you actually will save time there. So that's another question I get. Another question that I typically get is is there a bulk phase? Am I going to add a bunch of body fat when I'm building muscle? And so I kind of touched on this in number 2 or number 3 of the 3 steps, but the answer is no. I have ladies who are up 500, 600, 700, 1,200 calories per day. Let's just stop and think about how much food flexibility that means for you, of different options that you can have. But they're up that much per day and have not gained weight. Maybe a lot of them have decreased some body fat just in that time frame, and they've built more muscle, so they've really changed their appearance of how they look. And that's really the most important thing what you guys are worried about. So the answer to that is no. I never had people gain weight because we're doing it in a very slow and steady and intentional way. Yes, muscle does weigh more than fat, so I do see some ladies who maybe don't lose weight because they don't need to, because they're building muscle and decreasing body fat. It kind of just offsets, and that's not a problem. So I do see that sometimes, but again, for where you're at, you're not too concerned about the scale. You might have some body fat that you want to lose. I've heard some ladies say it's feels like a layer of body fat, and that gets addressed throughout the program, and that's how we decrease body fat too throughout the program. But it's not like we're really heavily focused on the scale, but we're going to be checking in weekly, so I'm going to know exactly what's going on and make any adjustments that we need to make sure it's in a strategic way where everything we're doing is every week and everything we're doing is towards creating a better shape for you.